Are you ready for possibly the first cult classic that we've done? Probably not. I don't know. Let's go with it though. Legitimately a cult classic. It's a second generation VHS, possibly even a third. It's 1983's The Deviations. Welcome back to All Request March. I'm that guy from that company that does that show.
I got a whole belly full of marbles.
Wow.
The audience chooses on Wednesdays. And today we have Barefoot's #1 fan. She also runs the Shanna McCullough fan page.
Hi, it's Shanna McCullough.
So of course she picked this. And I love Shanna McCullough, so you know what? We're doing it.
Your sweetheart there, Shanna McCullough.
And I said it was a cult classic up front, and I meant it. People who know nothing about adult films know about this cult classic, American SOV, adult film, and gets as much praise as it gets made fun of. Reverting back to #1, which I said, that's kind of what makes a cult classic. The hate and the love combined. So this is a music picture. Kind of lo-fi, kind of garagey, which is kind of the same thing. Kind of new wavy, kind of rock and roll, kind of Riot Girl at the end. It's amazing. I love this. That's why we're doing a second generation, possibly third, VHS tape. Alpha Blue Archives released this on DVD. I mean, they just released a good looking VHS. No, I love Alpha Blue Archives. It does look way better. And if I can get that, we will remaster this. Domingo Lobo made this. It was his second or third film. He had two, I gotta stop saying film. We're talking SOV here. It was his second or third picture. Physical in 1981 is so good. Herschel Savage doing video production. It's amazing. It's so good. Nothing compared to Night Moves. I like Night Moves more than Deviations. Should I say that? I don't care. You all know I like honesty and transparency. Night Moves is one of the greatest motion pictures ever made. Domingo made it. Remember when I said I wanted to do a whole entire series on voyeurism? It was pretty much because of Night Moves. I was gonna hopefully let the audience all suggest films about voyeurism, and then my contribution would have been Night Moves with all your guys's. We're gonna do it someday. Anyways, Domingo wrote a couple movies. There's no writing credit on this, and that kind of tells you something. He wrote a couple pictures. Who knows? I'm sure he wrote this. For the whole first half of the 80s, directed 8 movies, all shot on video. But then the whole top of the 90s, he switched to the camera department. He worked for other people. Camera operator, grip, gaffer, best boy, second unit director, camera assistant, like just in the camera department. And that's interesting. This was 89 minutes. Now it's 23 minutes. This was XXX. Now it's PG. We have some straight-laced rockers, the 4 Foxes, coming up with a plan for fame. They're gonna get suggestive and even obscene. Their words. Let's get suggestive and even obscene. And in that transformation, believe you me, it's not a G-rated movie. Still PG though. Let's get into it. We got a bunch of stars in the very beginning of their career. We have a bunch of amateurs and a couple legitimate stars from the 70s. It's a weird cast. It's amazing. You're gonna love it. I'll see you in 23 minutes.
When he smiles at the woman free, oh Donnie, can't you see how much you mean to me? I like his car, our love will go far.
Mr. Grundig.
Quiet, maybe he'll go away.
Girls, I know you're in there. I can hear you practicing a block away.
What should we do?
You know what we discussed. Goldie, you weren't actually serious about that, were you? You got any better ideas, Ellen?
Okay, girls, you got 10 seconds to open this gate. Then I'm going to leave. But I'll come right back with the sheriff.
I'm going down. Who's coming with me? So let him go get the sheriff. I dare him. You think they'd throw four sweet, innocent young girls out in the street? You bet your sweet ass they would. You're not in Forest Hills anymore, Ellen.
Time's up, girls. Consider yourselves evicted.
Wait, I'll be right down.
And bring the rent.
Come in, Mr. Grundig.
Got the rent, Goldie?
No problem. All 3 months' worth.
Well, that's wonderful. Let me write you out a receipt, and you give me the money. Remember, no checks.
Okay, I'll have it for you bright and early Monday morning.
Goldie, we've been through all this before.
Please, Mr. Grundig, I'll have it. We have a big gig coming up this weekend.
Goldie.
It's our big break. It pays cash. Oh, please, just 1 more week. I promise.
Well, can you make a down payment?
Oh, Mr. Grundig, I knew you'd understand. You're the best landlord in the whole world. I got us an extra week, didn't I? I suppose I admire your fortitude. Who is it?
Is Ellen home?
Ellen, it's your not-so-secret admirer.
Stanley, could you come back later? We're in rehearsal.
I just want to pay back the eggs I borrowed.
Okay, come on in.
Hi, Ellen. Here's the eggs.
2 cartons? But Stanley, you only borrowed 2 eggs.
Consider it like interest.
Why, thanks, Stanley. You're such a sweetheart.
Can I ask another favor?
You need to borrow something?
I need some milk. For my cereal, that is. If you can spare any.
Sure. Wait here. That's all I can spare, Stanley. We need the rest for coffee.
Oh, thanks, Ellen. That's plenty.
See you later, Stanley.
Bye.
Well, girls, you're fit for breakfast this week.
That figures. I remember when he borrowed some hot dogs and brought us back steaks.
Oh, yes. How can I forget?
Hey, what did he borrow this time?
A glass of milk. I bet he brings us back a cow.
Okay, girls, back to work. Tomorrow's our big audition.
Oh.
Johnny, you're so creamy. You are wearing my red bikini. Johnny, 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 oh Johnny, Johnny, oh Johnny, Johnny, oh Johnny. Can't you see how much you mean to me?
Sybil, what do you think?
It's bubblegum.
We don't need any more bubble gum, Paul.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Well, I'll let you break the bad news, too.
Oh, thanks a lot.
You're welcome.
Hey,
Yes?
you with the Foxes?
Yeah.
I like your sound.
Thanks. I wish the boss did.
Sybil? Don't worry about her. She rejected the Carrie Nations back when they were nothing.
Who are you?
My name's Ziggy Rockstein. I'm always looking for new groups. Got a good sound together. You got an agent?
No, we don't. Not yet.
You know what they say about us agents. If you're successful, you don't need them. And if you're not, they don't want you.
Do you think you could get us some gigs?
Well, I line up gigs all the time. But I gotta decide to handle you.
How exactly do you decide to handle us?
Well, I gotta see something. Something special that I can sell.
Like what?
You're gonna sit down, I'll tell you about it. Now, your group's got a great sound. All four of you look gorgeous. And I bet you're not getting any gigs, right?
Well, it takes time, that's all.
Time's not important. You gotta have something else, something that you're missing.
Like what?
Well, a group these days has to have a gimmick. Something an audience can latch on to. Something really unique.
Like what?
I don't know. I'll have to think about it. Tell you what, you got any free time this evening?
I might. Yeah.
I'll spend this afternoon thinking about it and come up with some ideas for you. You come over this evening and I'll lay them on you. How's that sound?
Okay. Sounds okay.
And give you some directions to my house. It's real easy to get to.
This is cornball. Why is it that whenever I try to write my true inner feelings, they always come out looking so shallow? Look at these lyrics. Pure garbage. Who is it?
It's me, Stanley.
I know. You brought the cow.
Huh?
Never mind. Come on in, Stanley. Hi, Stanley. So what do you need, Stanley?
I guess this is beginning to sound kind of like a broken record, huh?
It is becoming a bit predictable.
I'm sorry. I just want to say, that is, would you like to go to a movie or whatever, anything you want?
Stanley, that's not nice of you. You're sweet. But I'm right in the middle of some lyrics right now, and I've got to finish them.
Oh, sure, I understand.
But maybe later on in the week.
Okay, when's best?
Well, I'll let you know, Stanley.
Oh, okay.
But bye, Stanley.
See you later, though.
Okay.
This is it?
Not too good.
Could be worse. We're hanging in there.
Everything's so damn flat right now. Punk, new wave, blues rock, you name it. The excitement is missing. It's all getting too predictable. There's nothing fresh, nothing new.
Something will turn up. It always does.
Well, it better be soon.
Darling, if I said this once, I've said this 1,000 times. You worry too much.
Well, I envy your optimism, Paul. I just wish I shared it.
Geez, $3.50 an hour? Yuck.
We're not going to pay old Grundig that way. Aren't there any jobs we can get that pay halfway decently?
Well, there might be something in here. Listen, a nationally acclaimed photographer seeks young women with poise, class, beauty, and style. It's for artistic modeling. Excellent pay.
Tacky but tasteful.
It wouldn't hurt to check it out.
You're going down there?
Well, maybe I shouldn't go alone.
No, I can't. I have to practice. I really have to get that beat right.
I'll go. No, you won't, Goldie.
Why not?
Because you'll do any tacky thing for a few dollars.
Well, listen to Miss Prim and Proper.
Connie, I'll go with you.
You, Ellen?
Just to make sure you don't do something you'll regret later.
Okay.
You girls are incredible. You're exactly what I'm looking for. Talent, brains, beauty, you've got it all. Look, I've set up this seamless background paper. We'll take some incredible test shots, some pretty girl pinup shots, okay? Let's do this. Come out on the set, and we'll take some dino shots, okay? This is going to be fun. We have a lot of fun. Here's what we're going to do. Take some really pretty shots, you guys, just kind of posing and turning and nice, pretty shots of you guys together, okay? Let me get my camera.
Oh, wait a minute. What about the payment?
Oh,
You know,
you
the
need
money
some-
that we talked
We
about?
talked about $50?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Here we go. Ready? Okay, that's nice. Okay, and smile. Very good, very good. You guys got great eyes. Love it. Okay. Okay. Look, I think I'd like to get some just little bare shoulders, okay? And could you open your just open the black of your top a little bit, the blouse. Yeah, just open it a little bit.
Okay.
Complete it. Just a little bit of. I like it. Looks good. You guys got nice skin. Okay. Good. All right. Like it? Look, I like to get some bra and panty shots, like just normal bra and panty shots.
No way. No way.
To Connie and Ellen, who sacrificed their virtue that we may have a roof over our head.
Oh, no. Here it comes.
Okay, it's coming.
Yeah.
That was hard. Thank you.
I still can't help feeling a little bit cheap about yesterday.
You'd feel a lot cheaper if you were sleeping in the bus station.
Yeah, I'd drink to that.
Well, we got a stay of execution, but we still don't have any gigs. What is the one thing in the world that there's always a demand for?
Well, Goldie, what are you suggesting?
Simply this, that we get people's attention, and we can do it by being outrageous. I propose that we make our act as suggestive as possible, even to the point of being obscene.
And throw any semblance of artistic integrity right out the window.
Ellen, it's just to get attention.
I can't believe this. This is a total deviation from everything we're trying to accomplish.
That's it.
What's what?
Our new name, the Deviations.
Yeah, I like it. Ellen, are you with us?
Majority rule, I guess.
Well, here's to the Deviations.
Okay.
I can't sing this. This is disgusting. It's just.
That's great stuff.
It's obscene.
I hired a guy to write that. That's good material. What do you mean?
It's so kinky. I can't. It's just not me.
What do you think this band is called? It's Deviations. It's got to be kinky. Listen, you hired me to sell the music, right?
Right.
Okay. This is gonna make you millions. You're gonna be famous.
How can I do this? It's just so disgusting.
So that's the great thing about it.
Well, they're interesting.
Hey, these girls are more than interesting, Sybil. You haven't even heard them yet. They're going to put this club back on the map. They're going to make it something. They're going to rock you into the Pacific, make you the Ayatollah of rock and roll.
Ziggy. Ziggy. Would you shut up while I'm trying to think?
No problem.
There's something intrinsically appealing about pretty young girls trying to come off as gutter snipes. That image alone could certainly give us a shot in the arm. This thing could be dangerous as hell.
What do you mean, legally?
I don't know. Being busted would be the greatest shot in the arm there is. Wonderful publicity. No, I mean something else.
Tell me.
Audiences are getting pretty cynical and jaded.
Yeah.
They've been scammed so often, they consider everything to be pure hype. They see an image, and they want to believe it. They find out it's phony, they can get real ugly, especially with an act like this.
Well, these girls are the real thing. I mean, I know. I've been with them.
Well, I hope so. This is a tough audience. They're going to test these girls. If they find out these kinky-looking harlots are really goody two-shoes in disguise, they'll tear them to bits.
Sybil, these girls are for real. They come off hard as nails. Underneath, they're kind of like soft, like little kittens.
Well, Ziggy Rockstud, are you the real thing?
The name is Rockstein. Steam. What did you call me?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our club. It gives us great pleasure to introduce to you tonight a whole new kind of act. I hope you're ready for the Deviations!
We're not straight, we deviate. When I say we deviate, I'm not mild, I'm a wild child. If the two will do it, there's really nothing to it. If the two will do it, there's really nothing to it. Let your mind go wild. I'm the kinky child. On a date we deviate, we stay out late and deviate. On a date we deviate, we stay out late and deviate. We always ask for danger from any local stranger. Let us demonstrate how we deviate. Let us demonstrate how we deviate. We're not straight, we deviate. Deviate.
Who is it?
It's me, Stanley.
Oh, Stanley, I'm not feeling well. I'm sorry.
I know, Ellen.
You know?
I brought some wine. I was kind of hoping you might want to have a drink with me. You know, to cheer up a bit.
Okay, come on up. Stanley, you're all dressed up.
Well, I was at the club, Ellen.
Then you saw everything.
Ellen, the audience really loved it. The Deviations were a smash. I think the sky's the limit for you girls from now on.
For them, maybe. I'm quitting the group.
I kind of thought you might be saying that.
You're getting awfully perceptive all of a sudden.
Ellen, I've been thinking about you. Quite a bit, as a matter of fact. Seems to me that in show business, you can't help but give a lot to get a lot. You can't help but compromise. What do I know? I'm just a simple tax accountant.
No, you're right. Maybe I'm too rigid. But I have my limits. I can't help it.
Let's have some of the wine, okay?
I feel so much better. I'm so glad you stopped by, Stanley.
I'm glad, too.
You know, I always thought you were such a nerd. But you're the only guy I know who's for real.
Oh, really?
Really.
You're so beautiful.
This is Fabulous Franklin with the top 40 coming your way with the hits, all the hits, and nothing but the hits. Hold on to your cojones, amigos, because here comes the one that's burning up the charts. It's the Deviations.
With the deviations, we're into new creation. With the deviations, we're into new creation. Normal is boring, kinky is wild. We're not straight, we deviate.
On the cover of a Rolling Stone. Did you like that? Oh man, I bet you that was so clever in 1983. That sounds like I'm making fun of it, but I'm being truthful. I bet you that got some chucks, some yucks, that's what I meant. Some chuckles. I mixed up chuckles and yucks. I bet you got yucks and chucks. I bet you made Chuck Yuck. What did you think of that? Ellen, Goldie, Connie, Ginger. I liked the Four Foxes, but I loved the Deviations. And they played a whole set. They played like 3 songs, and you only got to see one because they whipped the crowd into a frenzy. An obscene, suggestive frenzy. And what's crazy is that there's no Deviations on YouTube. I do all sorts of Googling while I'm writing the script, and I could not believe it. I know for a fact a lot of people, I said it up front, a lot of people know about the Deviations, like in the music scene. So you're telling me no one has ever put any Deviations up on YouTube? That's crazy. I don't think this picture is going to do good, but I think it's going to be like the little train that could. I think it'll just slowly keep going, and if you like check in like a year, it's going to have a lot of views because of it's an oddity and it's a curiosity, and people will look for it, but no one's going to be breaking down any fences to get to it. But that's cool. Then there's the rules of the cult classic. Shanna McCullough, I think she did an awesome job, and I love her singing. The audience is basically 50-50, like she freaking parts the seas. There's people that love it and people that don't love it, but I'm here for it. And she's in Night Moves. I don't think I said that up front. Almost this whole crew cast is in Night Moves. And I was looking at her list of barefoot entries, and this should be her 11th picture, right? Because she just got into the 10 club. I actually think she's now in the 10 club, because unfortunately her whole part was cut out of the Final Taboo. Do you know in our Final Taboo where I kept cutting to the guys with the girl and the guy with the big VHS camcorders? Well, all those times you see a camera, they're recording Shanna, and we don't ever cut to her. I never even thought of that. She is not in. I mean, she's in the Final Taboo, but she's not in the clean Final Taboo. So now we've done 11 of her movies, and she's in 10 of them. And she's coming up really soon in a Vinegar Syndrome. So if you wanted your Shanna fix, and we offer to you a second generation, possibly third VHS, well, don't you worry. Pretty soon you're going to get a nice, crispy Vinegar Syndrome Blu-ray. Robin Everett, The Pleasures of Innocence, Body Girls, Deviations, her third time on the list. I love her. And I think she deserves an award for this, especially if you saw the adult version. Poor girl. She's only been in a handful of movies, and I would be proud of myself and our outfit if we covered them all. Liked her in Body Girls, After Pleasures of Innocence, bona fide fan for life. Adrienne Belair on drums, making her first appearance on this here show, and she's showing up in the Shanna McCullough Vinegar Syndrome. So if you didn't know what it was with the first hint, now you definitely know what it is. She did an awesome job. Connie Lindstrom on guitar, actually playing Connie. Shanna was Ellen, Robin was Goldie, Adrienne was Ginger, and Connie is Connie. The only time she ever acted in a movie. IMDb says she's in one movie, but I happen to know she's in two. But that's because she's in Good to the Last Drop, which is a compilation, which is clearly, since she's only been in one movie, is a scene from the Deviations. Lili Marlene, that's our biggest star of this whole movie. Lili Marlene is a pro. It's her 5th time on our show. Taboo, Up and Coming, Taste of Money, Pleasure Maze, Deviations. She's the top of the pyramid for the girls, because these girls are all brand new, even Shanna, but not Lili. And we got our two pros for Mike Horner and Billy D. Billy D started in 77, Mike Horner started in 78. This is 83, so they'd literally been in like about 100 movies. So they were veterans by now. Mike Horner going from 24 movies to 25 movies. He's been in over 1,100 movies, but 25 Squeaky Clean Adult Films now. We saw him a week ago today in Unveiled, even though he calls it Unveiled. I've been watching a lot of the what do we call it? Oh, it's called the Adult Star Trek on our channel, but it's called Sex Trek. He plays Dr. Spock in all the Sex Treks, the Mark Cashman Sex Treks, or Adult Star Treks, however you want to look at it. And Billy D, he's up to, I'm not 100% sure, like 12 or 13. I know he was cut out of, what was he just cut out of? Lisa DeLeo. Skin Tight. He was in Skin Tight, but he wasn't in the clean Skin Tight. Bunch of the Debbie Does Dishes, Black Taboo, Lover's Lane, Baby Cakes. Ziggy Rockstein. Did you like Ziggy Rockstein? That's William Lowen. He had one of the best scenes in this whole movie, and he did the whole scene, not a performing scene, but he did the whole scene completely nude. I tried the Debbie Does Dishes 2 approach, where I used a little TV so I could try to like kind of censor some stuff. It didn't work. I really wanted to show you. I tried cutting that scene like 3 or 4 different ways, but it's hard when someone gives you 5 minutes of exposition butt naked. But I'll tell you what it was real quick. He came into a business meeting with the drummer butt naked to shock her and surprise her, to teach her that's how you get ahead in the entertainment business, is by being shocking and leaving your mark. So it kind of sparked, you know, when they were on the porch and they came up with their plan to be the Deviations. He sparked it. Ziggy Rockstein. What an Ziggy, Rock, and Steen. Those are like 3 inside nods to the music industry. Rex Nemo played the broccoli-headed photographer. I loved him. His scene went on for like 20 minutes of the photography scene, but he started to make them wrestle in their bras and panties, and it's all stuff that couldn't be on the show. He's in Night Moves. Not on IMDb, he's not in Night Moves, but I know Night Moves inside and out, and he's definitely in it. Let me cheat real quick. Who's in Night Moves? Billy D, Mike Horner, Rex Nemo, Lili Marlene, William Lowen, Robert Everett, Shannon McCullough. I bet you what happened is back in these days, you would shoot a movie in one day, or they'd give you a couple $1,000 extra, and you would shoot 2 movies in 3 days. And that was special. You got a day and a half for movie A and a day and a half for movie B. And this was pretty standard in the adult film industry. But what you would do primarily is you'd shoot like a part 1 or part 2 or something in a continuation, or just 2 completely different movies but with the exact same cast, like L7, day and a half, day and a half. And without even knowing, I'd bet my life that that's exactly what happened. All right, Jamie, thanks for the amazing request. Check out her music. It's awesome. She just made an 80s slasher synthesized song, which is pretty cool. It's above my head right now. How about that? Make it easy on you. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you in a couple days on Sunday. I will be with a very famous writer, one of my favorite writers, the guy who taught me about the 1-day wonders and the 1.5 day double ups. That's all inside info. What the heck do I know? So I'm really looking forward to that. And then we have one more. So we're going to have some celebrity requests bleeding into April. And then Wednesday, we're just going to keep doing, you guys. We had, there's literally like 50. So they'll just never stop. So if you haven't got your request yet, you will get it soon, I promise. All that crap we say, 1, 2, 3, 4. And PayPal 1, 2, and 3, or I guess that's donation 1, 2, and 3, and that's it. Thanks for watching. I do promise you, if we can get a, well, maybe I shouldn't promise, because from what I saw of the Alpha Blue Archives DVD, no, it is way better. Even if it's still just a VHS transfer to DVD, it would at least be a first generation DVD. So I'll do this one again. That's how much I love it. And plus, anyways, who cares? I'm rambling now. Thanks for watching. See ya.